Oh, we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pacific Rim US Scrum. Today here it's Amy, Patrick, Salim, and Joel. I'm not very good at my throat, but let's see if we can do this. So let's start maybe with Amy.
Okay. So since Stand Up on Friday, I have been analyzing how to structure several tests for the job seekers homepage feature. We need to test that it returns the correct case manager and correct job seeker for a given job seeker. Job developer and case manager. And then we also need to verify the since login search. We already have tests for bringing up the page and rendering it itself. And I have some questions about that because there's a lot of test data to set up, and that might be part of a larger story, so I'll talk about it in the parking lot. No blockers, just kind of confused by that.
Okay. Patrick?
Okay, since we last talked, I think, as a team on Friday, I've put in a couple of pull requests having to do with job category management. Those have been merged. I've created an issue for a few issues for both MVP lists, as well as we've decided that we want to get into a little bit of Jasmine testing because we start produce some significant amounts of JavaScript. And I've started a story that actually has to do with Jasmine testing for the company registration deny action, which is basically a JavaScript component that I'll start with Jasmine. And that's it, no blockers at this point.
Okay, so something just failed, so let's move on. Vijaya?
Yeah, I assigned a ticket today that about the authorizations, different type of roles and actions. I'm working on that one. I don't have any blockers.
Okay. So since the last time we talked, for me it was quite some time ago, I made some changes in the Java side, and now we currently have it running on Heroku, all the cruncher. So we can start working on a connection between both of them, the real side and the Java side. And I've been finishing up this afternoon the documentation. I've been changing it a little bit so it can be more readable. And also I've been creating issues for our MVP and assigning the issues to the correct MVP part. And basically that was it for me. And so no blockers for me either. So anyone want to add anything else? You? Okay. So Amy, do you had any question?
Sure. Let me share my screen here.
Okay.
Okay. So we have a couple of things going on. We made a change in the job seekers model here for case manager and job developer. And that is reflected as sorry, that's the admin view. That's reflected here on the job seekers homepage as the case manager and the job developer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to create a test, I could do the same thing that is done in agency person, which is because we're going to need a job seeker, we're going to need an agency, and we're going to need an agency person. That's a lot of data to create for one test. And also, this need is arising from interaction between the different pieces of the application. So I'm thinking, well, I mean, I could put all of that code making all of these things in this one model test, but I'm not certain whether I should really be doing that, because the more effective way is to have, you know, a central place where we have test data, and then we draw on the test data. So I wanted to talk to the rest of the team about how this is usually done. Did that make sense?
Can you describe what you mean by a central place for test data?
Sure. So far I've been testing my feature through the UI. And I can create case managers and job developers over here in the admin view and give them the proper authorizations. And then I can go over here in the job seeker view and make sure that they show up correctly. Mm-hmm. That's drawing off the database that we're using right now in development. We should have a similar source of test data when we're running our automated tests, because right now we are creating the data individually here in the tests.
Well, you know, as you know, the philosophy on these tests, typically, especially for model tests, is to test one thing at a time.
Uh-huh.
And for each test, you create your test data, either fixtures or factor girl, which is what we tend to use.
Uh-huh.
And once you're done with the tests, you tear down all your test data and start with the next test with an actual blank database.
Okay.
That seems to be best practice.
Oh,
okay. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I won't worry about it then.
Yeah, some of the tests I've done at models, I've created 5, 6 objects because I have to. And I run one test, and they're torn down, and I create it again for the next test.
Okay.
The nature of the game.
Okay.
That's the only way you have to test everything, because if not, imagine you create an object and use it for 3 tests. If any of the tests change that object, the next test will have a changed object. So we don't know what's there. You need to start fresh every time.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry guys, I have a problem with my laptop. What was your question, Amy?
No, I'm good.
Are you good? Okay.
So Salim, do you want to share?
Check in. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Since last Scrum, I had a chance. Since yesterday, I've been doing my task. Company a relationship with company with job. So I've finished coding and I am modifying the spec for it. So hopefully, if not tonight, maybe tomorrow in the morning, I will submit my PR. And no blockers.
Salim, could I ask you about that? You had said that we should have a pairing session to go over the schema, the ERD related to that. Did you not need that anymore?
No, it doesn't relate. It's not related to the company, but then I saw some other stuff. So maybe we can discuss and maybe maybe I don't know. Maybe we can fix it or something. Yeah, it's not related to companies. It's related to. And then one more thing, I was wondering. I was going through our codes, our apps. I think Patrick, you're doing company. What is this? Agency person, right? So do you create? Can you create an agency person through the form yet or no?
Yes.
So
the process you don't find a particular create form for agency person. The process is the agency admin invites a person to become an agency person user of pets.
Okay.
And when they do that, they set up the roles, etc., that the agency person will assume once they establish their account in pets.
Okay.
And an email is then sent to that person. When they click on it, they come back to pets. Their account is confirmed in pets because they clicked on the authorization email. And they're dumped into their home page, and they have the roles that were set up by the agency admin at the time when the email originally went out. So it's kind of it's a process involving a couple of stages, or 3 stages, I guess, for an agency person to be created.
Okay. So,
as opposed to one form that does everything.
Oh, I see. I see. I see. Okay. If that's the case, that's good. All right.
Company people work the same way. The company admin invites company people to join pets. It's the exact same process that the company person uses. The company admin, excuse me, uses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, does anyone have anything else? No? When do you guys think we can sit down and take a look at our current sprint?
Now? We're all here.
I'm only 5 minutes here. Tomorrow I'm available after sprint.
Well, since we all have something to work on, we're not held back. I mean, so Hugh, I started to go through the work that you and I started this morning, and you continued on. I haven't completed reviewing everything, so maybe we continue to scrub that, and then tomorrow we have a sprint planning meeting based upon it.
Based on what I saw from what I did during this afternoon, I created a bunch of new things. There are a bunch of things that are not specified yet. And so we need to review a lot of them. And for all the MVP things that we currently have, I'm not sure how this MVP was done. I don't remember because I started it and then I left it halfway through. Basically, it looks like we don't have anything done or finished from the MVP list. So we need to start looking into it. I'd like you guys to take a look at the MVP list that I sent. Also, to look into our current waffle, so we can have a more agile meeting to see if we're missing something. If we're not missing something, please review everything, and we'll try to meet during this week. I believe during this week I'll be a little bit more free, and maybe I can, maybe not tomorrow, but today is Thursday, I believe. Maybe I can meet during the afternoon, and we can do some sprint planning and look into the things and try to organize them. Are you guys okay with that?
So you can't do it tomorrow, but Thursday afternoon, you're saying?
Tomorrow, I will not be able to do it. During it depends on the hour of the afternoon, because I might after lunch might be busy, but then I don't know till when.
Okay. I'm okay with waiting until Thursday. Does everybody have enough to do? I think we all do, but.
Thursday, what time? In afternoon? After, before, but after Scrum?
Sorry? You're asking before or after the Scrum?
Yeah, what's the specific time?
I don't know. I'm trying to understand if you guys are free. I was thinking about, when did you do the sprint planning last week? Last 2 weeks ago? It was like 2?
What tends to work for this team is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. California time?
I think I can do that Thursday.
Okay.
If I can, do you guys can do it. I'll leave some notes if I have some things to do, but some things to add. But quite positive that I'll be able to be there Thursday. Is that okay with you guys?
Works for me.
Yep.
Vijay, Salim?
Sure.
Thursday, 11 o'clock in California time?
Sorry?
Thursday, 11 a.m. in California time?
It's 11.
Yeah,
Thursday. 11.
I'm okay with it.
Yes? Okay then, so we'll meet again tomorrow, but we scheduled our sprint planning for Thursday. Okay?
Okay, so regular stand-up tomorrow and a sprint planning at 11 a.m. on Thursday.
Yes. Just
Okay.
prepare the sprint planning, okay? Please just look into the MVPs we have there. Look at what we have in Waffle. We need to start looking through all of those things because I saw some things that might be duplicated. But we need to discuss that. Maybe not tomorrow, but we need to start putting things over in terms of priority, okay?
Okay.
From my side, it's all. I don't know if anyone wants to say anything else. No? Okay,
Nope.
so have a nice afternoon, you guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, thanks all.
Thanks.